Come and listen to my story about a man named Jed. A poor mountaineer, barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up through the ground come a bubbling crude oil, that is, black gold, Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. The kinfolk said, Jed, move away from there. Said, California is the place you ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is, swimming pools, movie stars.
The Beverly Hillbillies.
This enough taters, Uncle Jed?
Don't hardly look at you, through.
Well, a peep, pretty near 2 dozen.
Better fetch me the peelings. I got a feeling that's where most of the taters is. Doggies.
How's it taste, Uncle Jed?
Pitiful. Maybe them peelings will help. Dump them in.
Doggone, it just don't seem right, us doing women's work, whilst Granny sits in front of that TV set all day.
Ever since she found out it wasn't a wash machine, she ain't been more than 3 feet away from it. She's like a young'un with a new toy.
Like Ellie with her new critter. How come she ain't in her doing this cooking?
Jethro, I just don't believe Ellie was cut out for fixing victuals. I'll never forget the time she made that gooseberry pie. Ruined our best goose and a whole bucket of berries.
You mean she put together?
She did, and it was a mess, I'll tell you. I got her and Skipper out looking for stuff to put in this here.
Pa, Skipper found some onions.
Onions? Hey, they ought to go dandy in here.
Go on, Skipper, give them to Pa.
Thank you, Skipper. These here Beverly Hills onions ain't got a lot of bite to them. But the tops sure do flower out pretty. Jethro? Wash these and drop them in the pot.
Tops and all?
Well, yeah, we need all the flavor we can get. Where'd you find them, Ellie?
Over to the Drysdales.
Did you ask the Drysdales, could you borrow some onion?
Oh, yes, sir, Pa. Miss Drysdale says go around to the kitchen door and get some from the cook. But Skipper found some on the way, and we didn't have to bother nobody.
Fine and dandy. Well, drop them in the pot, Jethro. Don't just stand there sniffing them.
Would you like some more? There's a whole big patch of them.
A few more might help, Ellie. That stew ain't got too much going for it.
Come on, Skipper. Let's go pull up some more onions.
How's it going, boy?
Better?
Still pitiful. Even these onions ain't doing nothing. We just got to get Granny to help us.
You ain't gonna pry her loose from that TV set now. This is the time her favorite is on.
You mean that big strapping cowboy star?
That's right. Marshal Quirt Manley, 2-gun tamer of the Wild West.
Look out, Quirt! Them rustlers are sneaking up behind you, fixing to shoot you in the back. Look out! Ooh, they got you. Ooh, they got you again. Oh, you're done for now, Quirt. That's it, you dirty coward! Right off and leave him with a back full of bullets! Attaboy, Quirt, after him! Get him! Catch him, Quirt! I can tell you where they's headed, Quirt. To town to hide in the saloon.
Granny.
It won't do you no good to hide in that saloon, you dirty yellow cowards. Quirt will find you. He'll get you.
Granny,
Shh! Yonder comes Quirt, riding like the wind. That's it. That's where they are. Go get 'em. It won't do you no good to hide in that saloon. I told
work where to look.
Say your prayers, Yellowbellies. I'm coming in.
Is he gonna tackle that whole saloon full of bad men all by himself?
You betcha. Quirt Manley don't need no help. Even with 30 or 40 bullets in him, he's more than a match for him.
He's lighting into him.
See, Jed? I told you he didn't need no help. Look at him run, the yellow bellies.
He's right smart of a man, all right.
Old Quirt chased them clean out of town.
Next time, I won't go so easy on you.
Yes, sir, Granny. He sure is a rip-snorting fighter, old Quirt. Oh, look yonder. Now he's fixing to wrestle his horse.
No, Jed. After a fight, he always hugs old Silver Trigger. And then he rides off into the sunset. See? Here they go.
Fine figure of a man. Sits tall in the saddle. Well, don't he have no sweetheart like Hoot Gibson always had?
No. Ain't no girl good enough for Quirt Manley. He only loves his horse and his dog.
Him and Ellie sure hit it off. Both of them being fond of critters and neither one of them having a sweetheart.
Yonder goes the man for Ellie Mae. If he can tame the whole Wild West, I reckon he can tame one wild girl.
Leastwise, he'd have a fighting chance. Whereabouts would a fella go to find old Quirt?
Off into the sunset, I reckon. That's where they always go.
Mighty big place to commence looking.
Sorry, Skipper, but you must not uproot Mrs. Drysdale's prized Bulbocodium vernum. That's the botanical term for daffodil. Now, if you're a good boy, if you're a good boy, Jane has a reward for you. A genuine Quirt Manley cowboy outfit. Glad you like it.
Oh, howdy, Miss Jane.
Greetings, Jethro. And how is my strong, handsome, manly hero today?
Well, you'll have to ask Granny. She's the one that watches him.
Watches who?
Quirt Manley.
Oh, you thought I was referring to the television star.
Oh, I know you're hungry, Skipper. So am I, but this stew ain't nearly ready yet.
Stew? Jethro, what are you putting in there?
Everything I can lay my hands on. It ain't got no flavor at all.
Oh, no, Jethro. Not tea. Oh, you poor dear boy. You need a woman to do this kind of work for you.
That's a fact. You can say that again.
There happens to be such a woman available.
I know, but I don't stand much chance with her.
Would you like her to take over right now and prepare you a delicious meal?
I sure would.
Then drop to your knees, my handsome one, and ask me the question that is in your heart.
Please, will you go get Granny?
Yes! My answer is Granny!
Jethro, get up off that floor and stir the stew. Miss Jane, will you stay and have victuals with us, such as he is?
Oh, well, yes, but why not let me do...
Hey, Skipper! Come on, Skipper, let's swing through the trees.
Ellie, what are you doing?
We's playing ape. Look here.
Ellie, no, please, be careful!
Sure would like to know where to find that Quirt Manley.
Well, if you mean the television star, he lives right here in Beverly Hills.
He does? Could we get him to meet up with Ellie Mae?
I'm sure Mr. Drysdale could arrange it.
I sure wish he'd hurry. That little monkey's liable to get himself hurt. I see you got some victuals.
Well, yes, sir, Uncle Jed. Told the fella down at the store about Granny watching TV all day instead of cooking. So he sold me these TV victuals, all packaged up and ready to eat.
Well, that's fine. Now, when Quirt Manley gets here, we got something else to offer him besides that pitiful stew.
Is Quirt Manley coming here?
That's right. Now, I want you to get the truck around back so when he rides up here, his horse won't shy at it.
Yes, sir.
And see your guns clean good. We'll ask him to give us some shooting lessons.
But we know how to shoot.
Not like that, rascal. Granny says he can drop 7, 8 rustlers with one shot. That ain't all. He's got a couple 6-shooters that shoot all day without reloading.
Well, I can't wait to meet that rascal.
What are they scrapping over, Granny?
Little leather pouch, no bigger than that.
What's in it?
I don't know, but there's 22 men tearing each other apart trying to get it.
Mighty big crowd sitting there watching them.
But not one of them has lifted a finger to stop that terrible fight.
That little feller in the striped shirt seems to be trying.
Him? He keeps blowing a whistle and hopping around. The minute he turns his back, they line up and go to scrapping again.
Granny, Mr. Clampett, Quirt Manley just turned into your driveway.
Quirt Manley!
Yes, I knew Mr. Drysdale could arrange it.
Quirt could whoop the whole bowl full of you.
Come on, Granny. Miss Jane, you find Ellie Mae and get her into a dress.
Yes.
That's Quirt, all right. I'd no silver triggers in any place.
What about them 2 gunshots?
Brace yourself, Jed. We're liable to find 30 or 40 rustlers laying out front. Don't shoot, Quirt. We ain't rustlers.
We's friends, Miss Manley.
That we is. How come you ain't riding Silver Trigger? Did them dirty rustlers get him?
We'll help you find him, but I ain't no Quirt Manley.
Jed, there's only one man like him. Why, he's the biggest, the bravest, the fightingest, the strongest, the hard-ridingest, and the straight-shootingest man alive.
Are you people putting me on?
Who said that? Somebody back here?
That you spoke, Mr. Manley? Oh, yeah. Well, sure it was. I got a sore throat. Sometimes the voice just sneaks out that way.
Oh, come on in, Quirt. I'll doctor you.
Ain't got the time, ma'am. Ain't got the time. Still, I'll autograph a couple of pictures for you before I go. There you are. Well, so long now. I got to be driving off into the sunset.
Wait a minute. What about Ellie Mae?
Ellie Mae? Well, sure. There you are.
Mr. Clampett, Ellie Mae is swinging through the trees with Skipper and refuses to come down.
I'll go fetch her down if you can keep Mr. Manley from leaving.
Please don't go, Quirt.
Well, sorry, ma'am, but gotta hit the trail. Well, so long, y'all.
Hold on there, Mr. Manley. My boss, Mr. Drysdale, has been speaking with your boss, the sponsor, and he wants you to stay here and meet Ellie Mae.
Oh, well, in that case, I reckon I could spare a couple of moments.
Bless you, Quirt. Oh, bless you, Quirt. Ellie Mae is the wildest young'un that ever come down from the hills. But if there's one man alive who can tame her, it's big Quirt Manley.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
I wish I was 10 years younger. I tell you right now, I'd give that Ellie Mae a run for her money. I always was partial to tall men. Come on, Quirt. You and me are gonna heft a jug together. Oh, I know you don't drink, but it won't hurt you to fall off the wagon just once.
Ellie Mae, I don't want no more arguments from you. You get up them back stairs and change into a dress.
Well, why can't I wear cowboy clothes like Quirt Manley?
Because a man like Manley wants a woman that's womanly now. Jethro, what are you pouring into the stew?
Cornmeal. Gives it some body.
Now, you sit down and make yourself to home while I run upstairs and fetch Ellie Mae. If you want to see a real rip-snorting fight, turn on the TV. There's 22 fellas are having a real knockdown and drag-out. Of course, you could whoop them with one hand.
Lovely, Ellie Mae. Simply lovely. Here. I'll go the back way and get your father.
Yonder he sits. That's him, with the broad shoulders and hat. Sits tall in the chair, don't he?
Sure does, Granny.
Wait till he stands up. Your heart will jump right into your mouth. Mr. Manley, this here is Ellie Mae.
Howdy do. Glad to make your acquaintance.
Dad! Granny! The rustlers must have jumped Quirt whilst we were out. Look!
We gotta catch him, Granny. They done run off with the best part of it. Granny, I know you've had a cruel blow seeing your hero come apart like that right in front of your eyes, but you can't drown your sorrows in a jug.
I don't take more than a thimbleful, and you know it.
Now, don't fly off at me. By the way, where is your drinking thimble?
Right here.
Granny, how about we all take a nice ride in the truck? A little fresh air might do you some good after a thimbleful of that rheumatism medicine.
I ain't had none of it yet. I don't want to lighten the jug.
How come?
'Cause when I find that Quirt Manley, I'm gonna throw it at
Gee, that's the first time I've ever seen a swimming chicken.
Shucks, that's nothing. I got a cat that swims, too. And a rooster that plays dead, a dog that climbs trees, and a turkey that shakes hands.
My goodness, I just love animals like these. That is, the little ones. Big animals like horses kind of scare me.
But you ride like the wind on TV.
Oh, that's not me, Ellie Mae. That's my double. He does my riding, shooting, fighting, falling off cliffs and things like that. I have another double who does the deep voice for me. I call him my double-double.
What do you do, Mr. Manley?
Oh, please, Ellie Mae. Call me Henry. That's my real name, you see. I'm only on the show because my father's the sponsor. They just use me for close-ups. They say I have a sincere face.
You got a nice face. I like it.
Oh, thank you, Ellie Mae. I like your face, too. And now that I come to think of it, I like the rest of you. Did you notice that rhymed?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I really like to do. Make up poems for girls like you.
Well, there goes another one right there.
They just pop out of me at times. Would you like me to make up a poem about a raccoon?
I sure would, and Elmer would, too.
Very well. I like the raccoon because he is so filled with goodness and generosity. Well, look how he gives us his skin for use on our garments and other apparel. In addition, raccoons act natural and don't put on airs, as do skunks and old turnips.
You're up, Granny. Someone here to see you.
Well, I don't want to see him. He reminds me of Quirt Manley. Oh, he's a heap more of a man. Handles a gun a heap better, too. He's the one that ought to be on TV.
Hi, Ellie Mae. Hey, excuse me, little fella. Can you tell me where I can find Mr. Quirt Manley? I noticed you was toting his hat for him.
Well, this here is Quirt Manley, Jethro.
Stop joking, Ellie Mae. I'm in a hurry. I want to ask him if I can borrow his pretty car to drive around the block a couple times.
Well, yes, you may, Jethro. The car belongs to my father, so it's all right.
Phew! Hey, do you think he'd tear me to pieces if I borrowed his hat, too?
I can promise you he won't.
Mr. Manley, could I have a word with you, please?
I know what you're going to say, Mr. Clampett, and I don't blame you for wanting to shoot me.
Oh, ain't nothing like that at all. I just want to talk to you about Granny.
I guess I must have been a terrible disappointment to her.
She is a mite let down, but I think we can pull her out of it if we all tug together. Now, first off, I'm going to learn you how to shoot a gun, and Ellie here is going to learn you how to fight.
I'm afraid of guns, but I might like learning to fight.
Jumped in the car like that, especially with me going pretty near 30 miles an hour.
I'd do anything to sit next to Quirt Manley.
But my name ain't Quirt Manley.
Don't think you can fool me. I've seen you on television. And I've dreamed of the day when I could get close enough to throw my arms around you and kiss you. My darling Quirt.
But honest, ma'am, my name is...
Your name is what?
My name is Quirt Manley. What's that over me, girls? There's plenty for everybody.
I tell you, Granny, that little feller is a crack shot. He can stand on our front porch and light a match clean out by the front gate with a 6-shooter.
I don't believe it.
Come on out, he'll show you.
Jed tells me you're pretty good with them 6-shooters.
Granny, he's a blue-tailed marvel. He's gonna whip out them guns and bam, 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 light them 3 matches stuck in the ground down there this side of the wall.
I believe it when I see it.
All right.
Where you going?
Oh, I can't bear to watch him. He puts me plumb to shame.
Well, come in shooting.
You count to 3, and I'll draw and fire.
1, 2, 3. Well, I gotta admit, that's pretty good. Why, you ain't even drawed your guns, you little faker, you!
Granny, hold on!
That little sawed-off faker out of here!
But Ellie's right fond of him. You see, Granny, some heroes is fighters and some heroes is lovers, and I reckon that little cowboy is a lover.
Oh, gosh. I'm gonna get my shotgun and blast the inside out of that lying TV set, and if he ain't gone by then, he's next.
Granny, wait.
Hey, look at that! Look at what I got!
Get through. Where'd you get all these girls?
Well, they think I'm a rich TV star.
Say, if you girls cotton the money, I'll show you how you can divide up that whole roll. He's a little cowboy inside there. All you gotta do is go in there and make a big fuss over him and take on about how cute he is. Will you do it?
Sure.
Uncle Jeff, them girls was mine.
You'll get him back, Jethro, as soon as they show Granny what a ladies' man little Quirt is.
The house is swarming with girls.
Yeah, and you see who they's all crazy about?
You betcha. He's a real star, that little feller.
You got the wrong little cowboy. Now, Granny, don't shoot the TV set.
I ain't.
Well, now it's time to say goodbye to Jed and all his kin. And they would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of their hospitality. Hillbilly, that is. Set a spell. Take your shoes off. Y'all come back now. Here?
This has been a Filmways presentation.